Russ Meyer and his erstwhile companion, Kitten Natividad, are two names that have long been associated with a particular type of movie. Their first collaboration was called Beneath the Valley of the Ultra Vixens, and here we see Kitten in action. Early in the new year, a set of videos is being released called The Cult Collection. Another of Russ Meyer's films, Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, is perhaps the most infamous title in the collection, and I'm happy to be talking to him, as well as Kitten, about his work. Russ, well, what is the scene in Beyond the Valley of the Dolls you're proudest of?
Well, there's so many that I like. I think the one with John Lazar and Michael Blodgett, in which Lazar has become now Superwoman. And Michael Blodgett plays a Tarzan-like character, very good physique, wore a loincloth. And he wakes up in Lazar's bed, Superwoman's great canopied bed. And of course, Superwoman is up to his own personal needs, needing satisfaction. So to the strains of Stranger in Paradise, his hand creeps beneath the blanket. Of course, he takes umbrage with that and shoves his hands away roughly. And then Superwoman looks and says, well, there's something else. And he kisses him on camera. I mean, a deep soul kiss. And it was great, you know. And of course, then Blodgett ridicules him. He says, and you laugh at me, he says. You laugh at Superwoman. You'll taste the black sperm of my vengeance. And of course he does.
Oh, dear.
And now Superwoman's pretty well spaced out. And he's unholstered Excalibur, and he's chopping off candelabras and so on. So finally, whoosh, off comes Lance Rock's head to the tune of the Fox logo.
Your films, Russ, are broadly called cult films. I mean, can you define it? I mean, it's a large question. Yes.
Cult represents to me a cheaply made film, amateur actors, poorly cut, badly shot, badly lit, not enough money to do a second take, oftentimes confused as being, oh, real cinema, off-the-wall cinema, crap cinema. I prefer the word classic. Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, it's a classic motion picture.
It's my first time in a Rolls.
Oh, nothing like a Rolls. Not even a Bentley. Bentley.
Do you have a favorite scene in Beyond the Valley of the Dolls?
Yes, I have lots of favorite scenes. Of course, I like it when one of the guys is in a wheelchair and he's going to help everybody that's getting attacked by this madman, and they run out the door and they tip him over, which isn't funny, but it is funny.
Yes.
Have you seen the film?
Yes, I have, yes.
Well, don't you find yourself laughing a lot?
I did. I laughed a lot. I saw it when I was at school.
It's sexy too, but when you were at school?
Yes. It was
high school?
It was a naughty film to go and see. That's why we all crept in.
The girls are beautiful and sexy. It's just a wonderful film.
Interesting, if I may point out. Some 3 months ago, I was invited to the Soviet Union, and I showed Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, Super Vixens, and Mudhoney. No cuts. No cuts in the Soviet Union, yet you have cuts here in Great Britain. Now, what does that say to you?
It shows perestroika is really working, I think.
The only answer one could get.
Again, what do you think is the particular appeal of Beyond the Valley of the Dolls?
That it's got all this freedom. You know, like he shows sexuality like lesbians and a man transvestites and sex changes. It's very interesting. Everybody's interested in that.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
What were you thinking?
I'm sorry, I just glazed over slightly there for a moment. But,
it's a curiosity.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely, yes. Women are such an important and larger-than-life part of Russ's films, and the most common criticism is that they're exploited, the films are exploitative. Do you think that's true in any way, Kitten?
No, not at all. He's glorifying us on film. That's why Women has a big following for his films. Women love his films because we make the men look stupid.
You're a lousy lay. You'll never get into one of my films, sweetheart, unless maybe as a hairdresser.
What do you mean?
Have you ever done a film in 3D? Or would
No,
that be
I've
too
been asked
terrifying?
to do it, but I think I achieve much the same 3D effect with the ladies that I use without having to go to 3D.
That's hard to contradict, I have to say, yes.
Right.
What are your plans for the future, Kitten?
I just stay busy and in demand. They want to see my body live because they know I'm a Russ Meyer girl, and I do a very good show. I've been doing it for 20 years. I do the traditional ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, you know what I mean? And then
Yes, I do.
then I get into this bubble bath, and I take a bath and have a wonderful, joyous time.
Right.
And then I have the audience kind of pat dry me.
Average day at ITV studios.
And I
right?
get paid very well, very well.
Oh, are there any plans to collaborate in the future between you both?
Well, we're collaborating on a very personal level because I care a great deal about this
Of course,
lady.
yeah.
And if I do something, I would certainly include her in it because she's one of a kind. There's no question about it. Yes, very definitely.
Or two of a kind, or whatever.
Double, yes, what do we call it? A brace.
They
Yes.
got smaller.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
A triple D, I don't know. You can't get. Really, you think so? I don't feel that.
I'm glad because I don't have, my back doesn't hurt as much.
But is there another film in the offing? That's what I meant.
I have a compilation of scenes that I'm putting together in a film that was originally titled The Breast of Russ Meyer, and it was just too long, 17 and a half hours. It's now be about 3.5, 4 hours. And I'll get onto that next. And there's a lot of stuff kitten in that, and we may shoot some new things, you know. And we've done some very personal scenes, if I can tell you. Very, very personal.
Very personal.
Oh, yes. And for the first time.
Right.
Okay?
And
Don't ask.